Hello, we are Team庄家班麻油鸡. Today, we will be discussing the case of Portage Bay and its ESG analysis. To start, we will provide an overview of the case, focusing on the challenge the company is facing and potential solution. We will also touch on broader issues within the ESG industry. Finally, we will offer recommendations and summarize the report. Portage Bay is a startup founded by Chu and Ju, who recognized the growing popularity of ESG investing, but saw a significant lack of reliable information for investors. To address this, they established Portage Bay to sell ESG analysis and provide customized ESG data solutions for investment products. In the highly competitive ESG market, Portage Bay aims to differentiate itself from other providers and establish a stable source of profit. The first challenge Portage Bay faces is obtaining reliable data. When investors want to invest in ESG funds, they often lack access to accurate and trustworthy data, making it difficult to decide whether to invest. Even after collecting reliable data, the second challenge is determining the weights for each evaluation criterion. Different weighting can lead to different outcomes, and providing a fair and unbiased score remains an unresolved issue. After gathering and analyzing the data, Portage Bay also needs to demonstrate the relationship between ESG scores and company profitability to encourage investors to participate in the ESG industry. Lastly, since the data Portage Bay provides is their key assets, protecting it and maintaining the company's business value is another critical challenge for them to address.
Next, we address the potential solution for the aforementioned challenges. Let's focus on the acquisition of reliable ESG data first. Portage Bay leveraged 40 million data points, enabling it to capture granular events happening across different regions. These data points are processed through advanced statistical algorithms to transfer them into quantifiable ESG metrics. What set Portage Bay apart is its state-of-the-art AI analytical capability. By gathering data from over 200,000 websites in 100 countries, cleaning it and cross-referencing it with audit reports for over 9,000 companies, Portage Bay converts raw data into a standardized format aligned with ISSB requirements. This ensures that the data provided is no longer incomprehensible for investors, but actionable and relevant. We believe that due to its unique AI technology and fast database, combined with the company's rapid growth, Portage Bay's data acquisition will be increasingly high quality and reliable in the future. Moving on to the standardization of ESG rating. About 71% of respondents who have invested in ESG-related activity identified inconsistent data and evaluation criteria as the greatest challenge in ESG investments. To address this, we propose referencing the ISSB framework, which outlines key focus areas for various industries. By incorporating industry-specific reports, academic research, and investor preference, Portage Bay can utilize its AI capability to assign appropriate weights to critical criteria, creating a standardized and equitable rating system. This approach not only resolves inconsistencies, such as the paradox of company consuming excessive resource while receiving high ESG rating, but also provide ESG fund with a more reliable reference standard. In addition, this enables ESG fund to create more suitable investment portfolio. However, the lack of stringent regulatory oversight in ESG rating system had led to situations where rating agencies manipulate scores for financial interests. To gain trust and ensure fairness, Portage Bay can publicly disclose the weighting criteria for each sector, encrypt or standardize the data for third-party verification, and establish a data transparency committee to oversee and submit records for auditing. This approach not only safeguards proprietary data from leak, but also demonstrates fairness and transparency to clients, ensuring confidence in the rating.
The third challenge is demonstrating that high ESG scores lead to profitability. Exhibit A shows that 37% of retail investors are concerned about their sustainable investments performance, while 44% of investors will invest more if there were better data supporting returns. However, Exhibit 10 suggests that high ESG scores are often linked to lower returns. Despite not being able to prove profitability from past data, we believe sustainable development is the future trend. Exhibit 3 shows many countries have high carbon taxes, and Exhibit 6 indicates that 44% to 62% of professional investors plan to increase ESG investments. This suggests that high ESG scores can help companies align with global trends, build customer trust, and avoid risk. Portage Bay could gather data on companies and showcase their sustainability efforts to earn investors' trust. The last problem is how to avoid free riders. The product of Portage Bay is its analysis, which is easy for customers to resell. To address this issue, we suggest that Portage Bay requires every customer to sign a confidentiality agreement. If someone violates the agreement, legal action should be taken immediately. Second, Portage Bay could add watermarks to the reports to establish ownership. Third, Portage Bay should build a traceability system. Each report sold to a customer should have a unique identification number. This way, if an outflow occurs, Portage Bay can easily identify which customer resold it. The next section offers recommendations for Portage Bay. Due to the difficulty of analyzing all industries, we suggest that Portage Bay focus on specific ones. The technology sector is an excellent choice, as it is currently highly popular. Investors are pouring substantial funds into the technology sector, and it has been generating significant returns, as shown in Exhibit 11. The S&P 500 ESG index has outperformed the S&P 500 index, largely due to its higher concentration in technology securities, which highlights the sector's potential. We recommend that Portage Bay allocate more resources to technology analysis, adapting to trends and regulatory changes to explore new opportunities. Second, Portage Bay could strive to collaborate with large investment institutions. Due to concerns about unfair ratings and unclear scoring criteria, investors are increasingly reducing their reliance on third-party ESG scores. To address this issue, Portage Bay could work with major investment institutions to enhance its credibility and increase its influence in the market.
And after discussing the issues faced by the Portage Bay Company, let's explore some underlying problems in the ESG industry. There are two key concerns. The first is that some companies meet only a portion of ESG standards, yet receive disproportionately large ESG investments. For example, there is an overinvestment in technology stocks. While tech firms contribute by sharing knowledge, creating employment opportunities, and providing essential services to marginalized communities, some question whether they are truly sustainable. Issues such as increasing water consumption in water-scarce areas, gender and racial discrimination, and toxic workplace cultures remain challenges that investors should consider when evaluating ESG investments. Another problem in the ESG industry is the difficulty in determining whether an industry genuinely aligns with ESG standards. For instance, the rise in defense asset investments within ESG funds has sparked debate. While some label these investments as ESG compliant, it is hard to determine whether they support defensive purposes or offensive activities. This gray area makes it tricky, and it's something we need to watch out for when assigning ESG scores. Lastly, how can Portage Bay differentiate itself and build a sustainable advantage? As mentioned earlier, the key strategies include collecting data from various channels, utilizing AI to create sector-specific criteria, ensuring trustworthiness, demonstrating that companies with high ESG scores can be profitable, and implementing confidentiality agreements, watermarks, and traceability systems. In the future, we recommend that Portage Bay focus on specific industries and collaborate with large investment institutions to enhance its impact. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.